Hey everybody, it's Red Panda Gamer here for another exciting episode of Play or Pass, a review show where I play a game for a little while and I tell you what I think of it. In today's very special episode, we're going to be talking about a fantastic game that just got released on Steam after being successfully voted up on Steam Greenlight. And that game, that some of you may actually recognize, is called No Time to Explain. Very cool platform game, action platform game, in which you have a bazooka that shoots an insane laser that kind of projects you around the area, and it's all very well and good. It's kind of got a Super Meat Boy VVV aesthetic to it. I really like it a lot, and originally when I first played it, I originally played it on Newgrounds, and thought it was a little difficult to play, so I wasn't too crazy about it. But someone had suggested it, like, oh, well, in my top 10 indie games of 2012, they said, oh, what about No Time to Explain? And I was like, I don't even know what that game is. And I was kind of like disappointed when I saw it was only a Flash game, and then I saw it got voted up on Steam Greenlight, or not just that it was just a Flash game, but just a game on Newgrounds. And then I found out that it was getting released on Greenlight. I'm like, oh man, I gotta check this out. So I contacted the developers, Tiny Build Games, and of course they sent me a copy because they're super nice guys and girls. And the game is awesome. I've been playing it for about an hour now. I've gotten pretty far in it. It is only $10 on Steam, and yeah, it's a really cool game. I like it a lot, and I think $10 is a really good price for it. Let me go ahead and switch back to my normal hat. Normally your character looks like... What the... I can't put my normal hat back on. The game won't let me go back to normal, I guess. Alright, well, we'll wear a Velociraptor head. So one of the big things about this game is the hats you unlock. There's over 60 hats to unlock, and a lot of them range from, you know, cool to crazy to outrageous, as you could see right there. I don't mean to spoil too much, but I don't have that many. So, I mean, you got, like, this realistic looking fox head, cat head. I don't really know what that is. Got a skull, Conan O'Brien. Just a hot dog casually resting on someone's head. So you got a lot of silly stuff, but then you got like stuff like this and this and that. That one especially, like, I can't get over how weird that one is. But there's over 60 of them, and that really is where this game's replayability comes along. But I won't go...
Time traveling is dangerous!
I won't go to... Oh, gosh. I won't go to all the levels in this game, just because I want to leave some for, like, surprise. But basically, what we have here... This is actually like kind of a bonus level, and I kind of wish I didn't show this one. I didn't mean to show this one off, because this one actually allows you to use a different type of gun. This one is like a shotgun, and it shoots you out farther, rather than like jetpacking you around, and you only get to shoot it once. So I actually like this mission a lot, and I haven't gotten through the whole game yet, so I don't know if there's more of this. There's also some user-created levels. So I don't know if that's something they allow you to do, is make a level with like a gun like this. The cool thing is, after you beat a level, well, I think it's cool anyway, that they give you a time trial to beat the level. And because the game's really forgiving as far as dying goes, they basically, when you die, you just go right back onto the platform you were on earlier. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. And I'm not going to make it. But the game's really forgiving, and I guess they do like a nice little time trial thing. I haven't actually tried this yet. But yeah, I wish there were more shotgun levels. Maybe there are some, and I just haven't got to it yet. But for the most part, you only use your giant laser bazooka, which is okay because that's the main point of the game. And actually, in my opinion, the bazooka, or this shotgun, is a lot easier to work with. And by easier, I don't mean like, oh, it's way too easy, or it's, you know, the other one doesn't control as well. It just controls a little nicer, and the puzzles that are created around it are just a little easier to do, because there's more of a limit to what they can do with it. So yeah, there was no way I was going to be able to beat this in the amount of time they gave me. Well, not this time anyway. I'm still not that great at this game, but I'm also not trying to show off my abilities. I'm trying to show off a really cool game. Like I said, this game is through Steam Greenlight, the best way for indie games that you may not ever actually see to get onto the main stage, which I very much consider Steam to be the main stage. So I'll go ahead and go to... wait, that's all I was just at, isn't it? No, it's not. So one of the highlights of this game is, in fact, is that's ourself, actually. The whole game is about, like, time travel and stuff. So yeah, he says a lot of, like, really silly one-liners. Said a lot of silly one-liners. For some people that might be really funny, for other people it might get a little annoying. If it does get annoying, you could always turn off his voice. I don't know why you'd want to, though, because it is really funny. You can also always delete your save, but I have no reason to do that, in the fact that I have yet to accomplish all of my goals. This game isn't really that long. Hey, look, I have glasses on all of a sudden. This game isn't really that long, which, in my opinion, isn't a bad thing. But see, there's a lot of, like, not unlockable areas, but secret areas you can go to. And actually, by doing a lot of stuff like that, you can get the hats are in a lot of places like that, but I'm pretty sure I already got the hat in this area. Like, I'm pretty sure the hat, there was a hat up here last time. And then it's also, oh, nope, there's the hat. But I wasn't, oh yeah, I wasn't able to get this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sometimes they can load in the wrong spot, which is a little weird. So this game's got a little bit of glitchy bugs from time to time. And I really don't know if that's, like, on purpose, or if that's just, like, to make some more, what's the word I want to use? Variety? I know it sounds weird to, like, say variety, like, give variety in a game, like, by putting, like, glitches, not glitches, but bugs in it. But I could be completely wrong. Like, there have been a couple graphical errors. Most of them are just kind of funny and amusing, though, and there are weird ways to fix them. But that might just be the actual game, and I'm just trying to give them more credit. But I really like this game a lot. And I know some people might just be like, oh, it's just a Flash game, but it's not. Oh, okay, so this is the part we did earlier. So I'm not going to do this again. But I did get a new hat. And this is actually something from Newgrounds, so that's kind of cool. At least I think it's from Newgrounds. I'm pretty sure it's from Newgrounds. Let's go back to level select. I don't want to show too many levels of this game, because this is a shorter game. So I don't want to, like, spoil anything. I don't know if that's something I just did or not. Actually, there was one really cool level I wanted to show off. I think it might be this one. Ah! Come on. Get up there! Oh my god. It's pretty bad when you can't even get to the level itself. Alright.
What the hell is this? You better explain where all this is going. And who's this guy? And what happened to the giant crab? Roger. What?
Alright, so this is probably one of the coolest levels in almost any indie game I have ever played in my... I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic. This level is so full of, like, crazy bullshit. It's amazing. And that's kind of what this whole game's about, isn't it? Crazy bullshit that you've never really seen in any other game. Because, you know, that's what indie games are all about, and that's what I like about Steam Greenlight is. Otherwise, you would not even see these types of games, unless you went on Newgrounds. But, you know, this version of the game has got so much more to it. And this game's got a lot of really good playability, in my opinion. The levels aren't randomized. Like, this one is playing a little bit differently than the first time I played it. But, like, as far as, like, where enemies are put. Like, look at this thing! It's a Triceratops tank with lasers and rockets. Like, that shit's insane. But it's actually really well animated, and it's drawn really well, too. And that's why I like this game so much, is because it's not just insane, like, lame flash art. It's, like, really good, like, high art, in my opinion. I would love to know who did the art for this game, and I would totally take, like, a giant, like, 30 by 30 print of it. Especially, like, this, like, final, or not this final boss, but this whole, like, sequence. I think this whole area is amazingly cool. And also, this game's got a lot of humor, obviously, with the voiceovers in the game. Look at these guys are cool, too. Just a couple, you know, velociraptors riding on the back of a dinosaur shooting rockets. Oh, and now we got this guy. And now, in, like, typical bullet hell fashion, we got some of this going. Except I'm not really good at bullet hell games, so that's okay, though. They don't make it that difficult. So we gotta kind of just keep shooting at this guy. You can die, and with a lot of these boss fights, the boss fights are easily the highlight of this game, in my opinion. But you can actually die in them, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, because most of the game is really forgiving in the fact that you, like, immediately respawn. But there comes parts in the game much later where it becomes much, much less forgiving. Which is fine, you know? Oh god, I have yet to see this attack. I killed him much faster the last time, so... There we go. Sorry.
What are you doing? Trying to act natural. Why am I in this dinosaur? We're exactly where we need to be. All we need to do now is find.
Like I said, the humor of this game is pretty hilarious. So now, this is kind of like the whole final level, and actually what's interesting about the final level is it's all done in one really long level. So this is more of like the main game to the entire thing, is you kind of have to make your way through here. And also something interesting in this area is one of the mechanics of the game is setting yourself on fire and setting the planks of wood on fire to get past them. At first it's a weird concept because, as I said, the game's really forgiving. But now the game kind of gets a little more difficult and a little less forgiving, as you need to like put yourself out, or you die and have to start the whole level over. Instead of like, oh, okay, you go ahead and use the fire on the wood and then you're fine. Instead, you actually have to put yourself out and then get to the exit. Also, when you hit these purple spikes, it's instant death and you have to actually start the whole level all over again. Now, for some people that might be a little annoying because the game is, as I said, really forgiving at first. But I kind of like it. You know, the whole, like the other 4 or 5 levels that come before this are almost like tutorials to the like much longer game. Kind of like Potato Man Seeks the Truth, in the fact that it was like, you know, there's a lot of levels in the beginning, but then you have this really long level that kind of takes everything you've learned and just kind of lets you go longer than you were in the earlier game. Which I actually really like that idea, and I've been noticing it a lot in indie games lately, and I'm not complaining at all about it. I think it's kind of cool, because it kind of slowly ease you into the game and create a couple of replayable levels, rather than just create one game that like you have to play all the way through. You know, like if you ever got bored and felt like, you know what, I feel like playing No Time to Explain. You don't have to like go through this long, elongated level. Instead, you can just do like a couple of the earlier levels or the user-created levels, which there's actually a lot of. See, like that hat, I didn't see that hat before, and I didn't see what hat it was. Now, luckily you can die. If you get the hat, you get it. Whoa! 3 cheers for reusing sprites in the game. But hey, I'm actually okay with that, because I was just saying how much I like that, the head of that dinosaur was awesome. This is actually a level that took me a while earlier. I've gotten a lot better at the game, though. Like, this game's got a pretty interesting learning curve. Like, it's not, like, really, really difficult. It takes a while to get used to the physics of the laser gun. But after a while, you really get it. And it's actually pretty intuitive. But I'll go ahead and leave for now. I really don't want to show too much of the game. Oh, wait, no. But I really like this game a lot. It is $10, which I think is a perfect price for it, because it really is a good game, and it's a lot of fun. And it's Steam Greenlight, you know, I really am glad that they got to have their game on here. So it's No Time to Explain. It's on Steam now. I think it's still on sale for $7.50 as of now. But even if you're watching this at the point to where it's $10, it's totally worth it. So, No Time to Explain. I just had time to explain how much of a fun game it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Red Panda Gamer. Please like this video, favorite this video, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do everything I do to share love. I'm Red Panda Gamer.
From the future. There's no time to explain. Oh my God! Oh no! Wait! Oh God! What is going on? Oh no! What did you do? Oh jeez! Get out of here!
And thanks for watching.